What's up guys, it's Radek here, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about another technique that I use and that you can use, and actually you should use if you want to improve your speaking skills on your own. I'm actually using this technique at this very moment. Can you guess what it is? Yes, it's recording yourself. So if you want to know why it's actually so important to incorporate this technique into your English learning routine, and if you want to see one of my videos from when I was starting practicing using this technique, stick around and we'll jump right into it. There are a couple of reasons why I think that recording yourself speaking English is one of the most effective ways to practice speaking English on your own. Right along with the shadowing technique, I would say. Reason number one, unlike the shadowing technique, this method requires you to actively create the language, not just repeat after native speakers, which is totally fine, but at some point if you want to take your English to the next level, you're gonna have to start challenging yourself more and start coming up with your own sentences. And this leads us to the reason number two. It's challenging and it's uncomfortable as hell. And especially at first, you're probably gonna hate this method, and I'm speaking from my own experience. But you have to remember, guys, that there is very little progress in the comfort zone. There's very little growth in the comfort zone. And this method is actually a great way to challenge ourselves. So it's time for me to show you one of my videos from when I started recording myself. And you'll see that I spoke so quietly, I was so stressed, and I've gotten a little better over time, but I'm still not super confident like sitting here and recording myself, like talking to the camera. It's still uncomfortable for me. But yeah, this is how it is. Like, you have to start somewhere. So yeah, let's watch that video.
So if you don't have gluten sensitivity or you're not celiac, if you don't have a gluten sensitivity or you're not celiac, you don't have to eliminate gluten from your diet.
Okay, let's move on to the reason number three, feedback. After you're done recording your video, recording yourself, you can rewatch that video and catch all the mistakes that you might have not noticed while you were recording that video, because sometimes we actually catch the mistakes right away, like while we are speaking, but sometimes we don't. And recording yourself gives you that opportunity to get back to this video, to get back to what you said, and actually check if that was correct or not. Or you can also send this video to someone who speaks English better than you, or to your tutor or your teacher, and get feedback from them. And I know that everybody says that it's totally fine to make mistakes when you speak English, and I agree with that 100%. But it's actually important to learn from your mistakes, to catch those mistakes, to notice your mistakes and fix them. Try to fix them and not to make the same mistakes again, because that's how we learn, that's how we progress, and that's how we become better English speakers. Now, I know that some of you will be like, okay, this method sounds great, I would love to try it, but what am I gonna talk about? And I just want to give you one piece of advice. Guys, don't overcomplicate that and don't overthink that. You can talk about anything. You can talk about your day. You can talk about your dreams, your passions. You can talk about what you're gonna do tomorrow, what you did yesterday. It doesn't really matter. In fact, in order to help you with that, so you don't have that excuse that you don't know what to talk about, I'm gonna put a link in the description to a website that I use, and there are like many random questions that you can answer. So yeah, you're welcome.
Who am I? I'm a champion. Who am I? I'm a champion.
Okay guys, in today's Pep Talk, I just want to talk about this little video that I showed you before. Yes, I know it's awkward. It's even hard to watch. I was so shy. I was just stuttering and yeah. But listen, if I had quit back then, if I had gotten discouraged back then, I wouldn't be where I am right now. And that video was recorded about 2 years ago. And do you think that when I was rewatching that video back then, I didn't want to quit? Because I thought that I sucked. Yes, and that was actually true. I sucked. Like, those videos blow. But I didn't quit. That's my main point. Like, I understood that this is just part of the process. Like, if I don't quit, I will get better. That was my thinking. And this is something that I want you to understand. If you take my advice and if you start recording yourselves, you gotta understand that it's not gonna be easy at first and you're gonna wanna quit, that's for sure. But you can't do this, because if you don't go through this first part, this initial stage when you make a lot of mistakes, when you have to think about almost every single word that you want to say, then you won't get to that fluent level, to the level, for example, where I am right now. So yeah, this is actually really important, because it's very easy to get discouraged after, watching your first video when you record yourself for the first time. It's very easy to start comparing yourselves to people who are further along in this journey. Don't do that. Everybody has their own journey. And it's pointless to compare your chapter 1 or chapter 2, depending on where you are in this journey, to somebody else's chapter 10. And when I rewatch those old videos nowadays, you have no idea how proud of myself I am. Because I could have quit back then. And I was really close to that, actually. I wanted to quit at least a few times, but I didn't do it. And thank God I didn't do it, because I wouldn't be where I am right now. So please guys, keep that in mind and keep going. And let me finish this pep talk with a very cliched saying, a very cliched quote, but very true. Winners never quit, quitters never win.
Who am I? I'm a champion. Who am I? I'm a champion.
Okay guys, it's time to wrap up this video. As usual, I'm incredibly grateful for all the likes, all the comments. For those of you who want to support the channel and have a conversation with me, there's a link in the description where you can actually book a chat. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. I hope you will give this method a shot, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. So yeah, reason number why. Reason number one. So guys, we can catch our mistakes while we're speaking. I really hope I didn't forget to mention anything.